Hey, what's up, guys? Sean here from Team Lag, and today I'm going to show a nice intro to Cinema 4D, and I'm going to show you how to create this simple, basic 3D text scene that you see right now on the screen. Um, just a basic little setup here. I know a lot of people who are new to the program or haven't seen the program or used it are probably saying "wow" right now because a lot of the times when I saw stuff like this before, I started using it. I was saying the same thing. But today I'm going to show you a little bit of an intro to Cinema 4D, and I'm also going to start doing tutorials for things like this in After Effects, maybe some Photoshop or Sony Vegas with that. But yeah, subscribe if you want to see more, and definitely stay tuned because I'm going to be doing a lot more. But we're just going to hop right into this because I know YouTube times are pretty unlenient right now, and just want to get through this. So go to File, New, or you can just open it up. First thing I'm going to do is go to this little light thing, click it, and then drag over to floor to get a floor. And here's what I'm going to show you how to do right now is the main thing people have a problem with, and it makes them basically quit what they're doing because they never figure it out. Well, if you go to here, this is the splines, and grab a text. Some people get confused right here, so pay attention. I'm going to write Team Lag, and I'm going to choose font, Bank Gothic. I googled it and got it for free, so just Google it if you like it. They'll hit the little render preview button, which is this movie clapper thing, and they won't see anything. And they get so frustrated they don't know what they're doing, so they just quit. Well, what you do is you need to get a NURBS, an extrude NURBS. So go to here and grab an extrude NURBS. Now make this a child of it by dragging it and dropping it underneath. Now you have 3D text. Alright, so now we are going to go to the extrude NURBS. We're going to rename it by double clicking on it. Just going to name it TL for Team Lag, then text. Now we're going to take this, go to the object properties, and set this. I'm going to set it to like 40. And then I'm going to go to caps, and I'm going to put a fillet cap. I'm not going to put a cap on the back because it's going to lay on the floor. I know I did in the preview I showed you, but I did not like that part, so I'm not going to put one on the back. But if you do, just put a fillet cap and make sure you keep the radius the same, because if you don't, this happens. Yeah. So right now I'm gonna put a nice rounded look, because as you can see now it's just like this kind of diagonal part, but if you add more steps you can get a nice round going. There, that looks good. And a quick tip here, if you don't set your aspect ratio, you're only getting what's inside these two darker parts. So if I say, hey, I like this, when I hit this, it shows me all this, I like this rectangle, and I just go over to render to picture viewer without any settings tweaked, you're not going to get past that. You're going to get this right here. So always remember that. But before I materialize or anything, I'm going to grab the rotate tool, grab the red one, hold shift, and then drag it until it says -90 for a 90-degree angle. Then grab the movement tool, push this little square, I guess, with a top part, and then go over down here to this perspective, which is the front. You're gonna grab the blue, and you're gonna drag it until it's right on the red line. So which means if you go back here, you have it right on the floor. All right, now I'm gonna make a camera by going over here to camera, and I'm gonna set this to where I want it. And a lot of people get confused by this too. They're saying, how am I going to set this camera without looking through it? What you do is you go to camera, scene camera, camera. Or if you change this to main, I'm going to change it main. If you go back to the cameras, that's what it's called. So say you got the main one, then you got the back view. If you're doing two scenes, make sure you name them so you can pick which one's right. But you can set to where you want it. So I'm going to set the camera to above it, like right here, because this is where I want the view to be when I render. Or if you are rendering an intro, you can always do, a keynote, move a few frames, change it down here or something if you want. But for right now, I'm gonna put it up here above it. Okay, that looks good. Alright, now we're gonna make a material. So you're gonna double click on the materials or just hit file, new material, double click on this and get the editor out. Now I'm gonna click this box and then go down and get a darker gray color, almost a black. I'm gonna go to the specular, and this is basically the highlights of the lighting once I make a light. So I'm gonna turn this up to what I like and turn this down. Get a nice highlight going. Then I'm gonna make a reflection, turn it down a good bit, and then get a Fresnel by going to texture, clicking on this, and get a Fresnel. And then I'm gonna turn that down. And by the way, I'm sorry this is kind of fast, but the YouTube times are only like 10 minutes. So yeah, just kidding. Keep going, and you can always rewatch it. But put this material in the text, and if you do a quick render, you notice you got a nice little reflection going. There's a little bit of choppiness, but I'm going to show you how to do that at the end, or fix it, I mean. Now I'm going to make another material, and all I want to change is a little bit of setting, so I'm just going to make another one real fast. I'm going to make it a whiter color, then turn off the specular. Well, not turn it off, but turn it down a bit. Okay, now I'm going to go to reflection. I only want a little bit of reflection, so I'm going to turn this down a good bit, and then put the blurriness up a bit, and no Fresnel for this one, and then put that on the floor. So now you got a good looking change there. Now I don't like all that reflection, so I'm going to change the reflection down. If you always edit this material when it's already on something, it will change it, so don't worry about that. And if you don't want to edit in this camera, remember you can always go back to editor camera and just edit around in here. But I want to look from that view, so I'm going to go back here. Alright, now I'm going to make a light. I only want one light right now. So if you just get a regular light, I'm going to drag it up. Then I'm going to go to shadows and then shadow map soft. Alright, if you render now, you're going to see it's looking really good. Really nice looking scene here. The shadows always follow like real life shadows too. So if I make this go over here, sorry about that. If I make this go over here, pull it up a little bit, the shadows will move, but I don't like that, so I'm just going to move it over to the middle again. Alright, so basically we did it. We got a nice looking text going. So to do the render settings, let me see if I got enough time here. Yeah, I got enough time. Alright, go to render settings. And say you're just doing an image. I'm just going to do output. Say I want one for my desktop, 1080p. So I'll put a 1920 by 1080. Okay. Now I'm going to do anti-aliasing best, and you can always set these up too. And that gets rid of those little choppy parts on the reflections. You can always edit your options. I'm just going to leave them normal. And yeah, that's pretty much all you need right now for your settings. And then a lot of people get confused how to render once you get done with all your stuff. You just go to render to picture view, or make preview if you're doing a video. So if I render to picture view here, it's going to take a minute. I know it looks choppy right now, but that's only because of the size I made it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you make some cool stuff. If you do, by all means, send it to me. Let me see what you did, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, guys.